Chapter 3. Another Unusual Day. The next morning, Lorris got up to continue his usual depressing routine, going to the bathroom, having the machines brush his teeth, putting on his khaki pants and green shirt with a G on it, having his breakfast, dreaming of being a video game creator with many girls around him, and so on. As he was, Lorris could see Cereas still sleep with heavy eyelids no one could ever lift. "I'll see you after going to Veltia and back again, sis," he said. Lorris rode his usual black bike to Green Mart and irritably entered the store once more. But then, Lorris was suddenly knocked down, spinning and falling out of control on his side by a swiftly flying young Phielly man in a dirty black shirt and green shorts. "Ah!" Lorris shouted, getting up with anger. "Hey! What's the fucking problem here?" The Phielly man helped Lorris up, apologizing to him. "Shit! My apologies!" Since the police suddenly came from outside the store, he immediately told Lorris, "Do not say anything to the police about me." He pulled Lorris's arm and went through the glass doors of the Green Mart entrance, then immediately went left to a hidden corner away from sight. "Wait! I know you!" Lorris exclaimed. "You're Warvis!" As the police were getting closer to the store doors, the young Phielly man, Warvis, suddenly flew to hide in the store ceiling before getting caught. "Damn it!" The police captain and his allies entered. "Excuse me, sir," the police captain said to Lorris. "Have you seen a Phielly with dirty clothes on?" I haven't seen him, officer," Lorris lied. "Officers," the police captain ordered, "spread out! Quara! Remain by the doors to ensure no one leaves." He turned his sharp blue eyes towards Lorris. "As for you, sir, stay where you are." The police captain pressed a blue button on the palm of his black glove, then cupped his mouth with it like a megaphone. "Attention, everyone! We're in pursuit of a wanted Phielly man in dirty clothing. Remain calm and stop what you're doing while we search for him in the store. No one is to leave until further notice." Then the police spread out to search for Warvis. The human and Sonetian officers searched by foot, while the Phielly officers searched by air using their wings nearly a half an hour. They still couldn't find the one they're looking for. While the police persistently looked for Lorris, he flew close to Lorris while no one else was looking. "Thank you, Lorris," he whispered. "It is great to see you, but now is not the time." Then he flew out of the store. "I can't believe it! Warvis!" At 12 o'clock noon, Cereas was at the capital of the Loreto province, Waltus City. Some of the buildings looked like giant swords pointed upward with wide hilts sitting on the ground that had clear 90-degree angled tunnels between the edges of the hilts and the base for fast traveling via hovering platforms. Some buildings were shaped like upside-down tall wine cups with fast hovering elevators that go up and down while viewing the city by seeing it through the glass. Some were even shaped like arrowheads with thorn-shaped balconies around them. The tallest building was rectangular shaped with smooth edges that had an oval-shaped figure on top of it, with 4 angel wings around its top. Most of the buildings had clear glass tunnels that connect from one building to another for little roller coaster-like cars to take people from one building to another. Phielys in the city were not allowed to fly unless they had a flying license. At the Rensled Library, Cereas used one of the computers to complete the divorce paperwork and paid 30 seraphs for it to be mailed digitally to the municipal building. Seeing the price tensed up Cereas's arms with her lips, tightening and curling with grinding teeth. "This is bullshit," Cereas whispered to herself. "The fee used to be only 10 campos. What the fuck?" She took a deep breath to calm down. "Well, this is the only way to start the divorce as well as schedule a hearing in court. So be it." Then she got back outside and drove her 3-wheeled car. Now where to eat? Inside the Harlas and Mieres restaurant, she had a grilled krekilf sandwich that smelled like freshly cooked meat, with heating maple syrup and cinnamon at the same time. Cereas sat at a table to eat alone. While she was enjoying a good meal, she suddenly saw someone in a black coat go near her. She stopped eating to look at him as he took a seat on the table across from her, and found that it could be the Phielly man her brother was talking about before. "Greetings," the Phielly man said to her. Cereas asked the Phielly man nervously, "Have you met my brother?" "Lorris?" the Phielly man guessed with a smile. "Yes, I have met him. Has he not told you what will happen?" "I don't know if it will happen, but he did," Cereas answered. "It will happen, I assure you." "When?" "Tonight." "Tonight? Let me guess, at midnight?" "This is no fairy tale, Cereas. It will happen by sunset." So my brother was not seeing things. He was right. But I don't understand. Why couldn't I see you before when my brother was talking to you? Because you were unsure of yourself. Fortunately, your brother was, at least for a brief time until his doubts of himself came back within, blinding him and therefore blind to me. I have tried contacting you both, but either of you were lost, unsure of yourselves. You're not making sense. Oh, right. Forgive me. What I mean is that you now are one of the few who can see me, for you see yourself, following your own voice despite what others think or believe. So, if I see you, I see me? Exactly. You truly are Cereas, since you just transferred the digital divorce paperwork, ensuring what was best for you to lighten your burdens. You see, both angels and Vins can see me, but the living cannot, for I am invisible to them, as well as they are invisible to themselves, unless they can reflect upon their own will. Cereas tilted her head as she looked at the Phielly man and noticed suspicious things about him. Wait a minute now. You're not really a Phielly, are you? It's your purple and black wings. Those are not typical colors of any Phielyn's wings. Not only that, there's also that little horn on your head. Very good, Cereas. The Phielly man was impressed by Cereas' keen observance. You are correct. I am not really a Phielly. Then who and what are you? Cereas' eyebrows dipped tightly with her focused eyes as her jaw dropped. My name is Yentacray. I am an angel. So, Yentacray, why tell my brother and me about what's going to happen? Because you both are some of the few who can defy Godun himself. VRDR. Yentacray grinned. Cereas was confused and asked the Phielly man, Godun is real, right? Yentacray nodded his head. He is real, all right, and corrupted. Unlike most who are fooled into thinking VRDR is all good, you and Lorris could see that the religion Crefality misguides us. Cereas was even more confused. If you really are telling the truth, what should my brother and I do? You and Lorris must find a man named Renard Skint at the Thorny Rose Strip Club south of Waltus City before dusk. Trust me, this is no hoax like the religion Crefality. After that, Yentacray stood up. Cereas immediately stood up as well. Wait! Where are you going? To prepare for the angels and the Vin's arrival. You and your brother must go to Thorny Rose immediately before it's too late. And no matter what happens, keep maintaining yourself. Trust your instincts. Believe in you. Yentacray left, flying away. Cereas was shocked and surprised of what happened. So, it's all real, she said to herself. Then she looked up Thorny Rose on her smartphone for herself and Lorris. About 5 hours later at the Green Mart store, Lorris came back out, happy that his work was over. Well, another day, another Campbell. I wonder where Warvis is. Before he got back on his black hover bike, Lorris heard someone trying to get his attention. Psst! Psst! Lorris turned and found someone familiar. Over here, the voice whispered. Warvis! Shh! What's happened to you? I was on my way to pitching my game ideas to the Triangle Moon Gaming Company, but then I was thrown out like trash. I know how that feels. I tried calling one company to the next for pitching my ideas, but no one answered. They must all be busy making games of their own. You have it all wrong, Lorris. They do not want us to have the good life they have. Even though our game ideas are better and have plenty of room at the top. That wouldn't surprise me because they're too afraid to let others in. Exactly. Warvis's moth-like antenna brows curled down to his eyes while his lips curled with an angry sneer. They do not wish to understand nor care, treating us like trash and squandering our talents. Warvis, it's great to see you again, and I never thought I'd see you since you moved out. Great to see you too, my good friend. And sorry I could not have contacted you because I was in jail. What? I was arrested for harassment. For bugging the Triangle Moon Company? Yes. Warvis showed some money he wanted to give from part of what he stole from the store. Here, he said. Take some for luring the cops' eyes away from me. Lorris was shocked. You stole money from the store too? Nothing is had in life by playing fair. This world is bullshit with no opportunities of making anyone's dreams come true. I see your point because I used to try making my dream come true, but that doesn't give you the excuse to steal from stores, man. You're no better than those guys on top that way. How are your game ideas going since we last seen? Are you still trying to be a game maker as well? I was, but I've given that up because, like you said, no one's dreams come true anymore. But that does not mean you should stop trying. You cannot let this rigged society interfere with your ambitious pursuits of happiness and success. Lorris took a deep breath, then answered, Being a video game producer was always my passion. It would give me a chance to be creative, to do what I want for a change, and to really be somebody. I always loved playing video games, and from playing them long enough, I thought, what if I made games of my own? And then that hit me. I actually thought of great ideas for open-world RPG games. I tried going to college, but it's too expensive. I tried calling some of the gaming companies to tell them my ideas and my passion for games. I tried emailing them, getting connections, everything. But still, they all ignored me. You ever have been angry or frustrated from your efforts being ignored like you were nobody? I have. But at the same time, I have to find what I can get. Because there are no opportunities in the gaming industry, I had to let that dream go and find another. I should just focus on things I can do and have, like my job here. You know what you are? You are a slave to the corrupt society. Lorris's eyebrows bent down to his eyes while his lips curled with an angry sneer. What did you call me? A slave because you let the world determine your path, let alone take your dreams or your soul. You should make your own path despite the damn rules and not be a pawn to society. Because Warvis spoke more to Lorris, he took a deep breath and exhaled. I may be a thief, but I at least know that dreams still can come true, and that is only by breaking the rules. It is how those on top got to the top in secret. Why did you steal? To have enough money to reach my dream. And you didn't have enough money for college as well, too? Yes. Warvis gave Lorris a more intense look into his eyes with heavy focus. You and I talked about working in the gaming industry as partners, brothers in arts. Yes, I remember in the same math class we had together. I know it's frustrating, Warvis, but what you're doing is not making things better. In this fucked up world, you get nothing from playing fair. Then Warvis was going to give Lorris some of the serifs he stole from the other stores beforehand. Here, it is for helping me earlier. Thanks, but no thanks, Lorris refused. Warvis took his hand of money and placed it back in his pocket. Very well, but I have to admit I am disappointed. You cannot let the chains of society and its petty rules bind you from your dream. You have to break free of them. Only then you can see your dream with your own eyes. Then he flew away. As for Lorris, he thought about the young Phielly's persuasive words. He thought, maybe he's right. Then he took off with his hoverbike. Lorris went upstairs in his apartment, then used his silicone ring key to open the door. He then found that someone was already there. Sis? Lorris wondered as he looked into his sister's disturbed eyes. I met him, Cereas said. Who? JR? No. Think, Lorris. JR is far east from us. How could he see us here in less than 2 days? Wait, is it? Lorris was thinking for a bit. Then he made another guess. Oh, the ice cream man. Did you buy us some ice cream? He was supposed to arrive today. Cereas sighed, getting irritated from Lorris's dumb guesses. I'll give you a hint. He's got black and purple butterfly wings. Lorris finally figured out who she met. Oh yeah, he shouted. It's that Phielly Lorris paused in shock. Wait, you saw him? Cereas nodded. Yes. Don't tease me, sis, Lorris said. I may be out of it, but... Brother, you weren't out of it. He told me he disappeared in front of you because you didn't believe in yourself. There's not much time to explain. We should do what that Phielly man says, and dusk is just hours away. You mean go to the strip club? Yes. Let's go find Renard Skint. But what if the Phielly man's lying? Lorris wondered. I don't know, sis. I think he's full of shit. Suddenly, Lorris's heart pounded with excitement as he smiled with glee and shouted, Then again, who cares? We'll go to that strip club. Let's go! Then Cereas and Lorris took off by car to find the Thorny Rose Strip Club, which was south of Waltus City by Loretto River. When they made it there, Lorris's eyes boggled as his jaw dropped in awe while he looked at the strip club's shocking pink, green, and blue lights around its big sign with a rose. Both he and Lorris have never been to a strip club before in their lives until then. Follow me, bro, Cereas said. And keep your you-know-what in your pants. Yeek! Lorris became even more excited. Today, I finally start living! Cereas approached a muscular bouncer at the entrance. Hello, and welcome to Thorny Rose, the bouncer said. Thank you, sir. We're here to meet a man named Renard Skint. Ah, the bouncer smiled. Mr. Skint is inside. Come on in. Inside Thorny Rose, Lorris and Cereas saw the soft blue, red, and green lights around the dark strip club. They could also see the walls decorated in thorns and real roses that were still filled with some cold water some strippers in a white shirt dance with to perk up their nipples, which can be seen through. The bouncer took Cereas and Lorris through the thick entrance doors. Wait here, please, while I let Mr. Skint know you both are here. The bouncer left. While Cereas was waiting, Lorris's eyes boggled, wiping his spittle from the corner of his mouth as he looked at the nearly naked girls around the walls of cold-watered roses. Before Lorris became too attracted to the grinning girls' boobs and vaginas, Cereas yanked his arm for him to go back towards the entrance just in time before the bouncer came back. Right this way, the bouncer said. Thank you, Cereas said. The bouncer led Cereas and Lorris through the bar with naked girls nearby. Many of the naked girls danced on the tall ground-like floors around the green metal poles that were shaped like a rose's stem with smooth thorns for safety. Some erotically touched their vaginas slowly while others gently touched their boobs to make them jiggle within the shocking pink and yellow lights above them. Lorris ran swiftly towards one of the girls, watching her pole dance with his popped eyes. He could watch her dance flexibly around the rose stem-like poles all night, but Cereas' little hand went over his to pull him away. "We're not here for them, Lorris," Cereas said. "Oh, come on," Lorris whined. The bouncer continued, leading Cereas and Lorris towards the purple and black curtains in the back. "Keep heading straight and you'll see him in the meeting room," he told Cereas. "Thank you again," Cereas said. Then she had Lorris follow her straight to the 2 polished wooden doors with gold handles. When Cereas and Lorris were close enough to the doors, they opened by themselves. Then they heard a deep voice of a man calling, "Come forward! Come forward with your own 2 feet!" Cereas and Lorris stepped through the doors and found a meeting room. Its walls looked like the sky at dusk with purple and orange-colored clouds. 30 people were already there, sitting on comfortable red chairs around the white, dark green, marble-made table. Most of them were humans, Sonetians, and Vialans. 2 were Zayas. One of them was the waiter Lorris and Cereas saw from the prancing Chihuahua. A Sonetian man in a dark green tux walked towards Lorris and Cereas to greet them. "Welcome to the middle path," he said. "Please take a seat. In precisely 2 minutes, Mr. Renard Skint will arrive." "What do you mean by middle path?" Cereas asked. The Sonetian man answered, "I mean that you both are blinded by neither extreme religion nor extreme passion. Everyone here steers their own ship to sail towards their goals rather than letting others, like Godin or Rallis, steer it for them. We follow our hearts and go our own ways, even if it means taking on the corrupt world, Rallis, Crefal, and even Godin VRDR himself. Please take a seat. Mr. Skint will arrive shortly to explain what you and Lorris must do when the angels and Vins come at dusk." Lorris took a seat by Cereas and told her his thoughts. "To be honest, I still think these guys are full of it. This is probably just another scam to empty out our pockets. What do you think, Cereas?" "Let's not make any assumptions yet," Cereas said. Then a muscular, blonde-haired, blue-eyed man in a gray tux arrived in front of everyone. "Good afternoon, everyone," he said. "I am Renard Skint. Thank you all for coming. You are all here for one reason, to stop Godin and Rallis from taking over our world. The angels of Godin and the Vins of Rallis will come soon, because Godin himself will release them unto the living to not only kill us all, but to give himself time for formulating a new kind of power for a new Genesis to come." Renard pressed a button on his left sleeve near his wrist to have the walls move and reveal a bunch of ancient silver weapons and armor with a prismatic shine. Everyone gasped and talked to each other about the silver weapons. "I have never seen this kind of silver before," a Vialan woman said. "Wait, could this be Drall silver?" a Sonetian man wondered. "Impossible," a man said. "That can't be." Renard continued speaking to the people. "If any say these are made of Drall silver, then you are all correct." Everyone gasped with even more shock as Renard continued speaking. "Each of these powerful weapons and armor are the very last of its kind," Renard said, reaching one of the top shelves to grab a Drall silver sword. As he moved the sword around, it shined in different colors. "This is a Drall silver-made sword. It's one of the best to use against both angels and Vins. Even the slightest touch could burn them." Then Renard swung the Drall silver sword, demonstrating some of his quick and stylish slashing moves. Everyone else was impressed and intimidated at the same time. Renard put the Drall silver sword back on the top shelf. Next, he picked up a green pack of bullets. "I understand some of you love guns. For those who do, these are Drall silver bullets. Load them up in any 9mm handgun, and you're set to shoot. For those with assault rifles, like the JY-89 or Frauster. Renard showed a red pack of Drall silver bullets. This is the Drall silver bullet pack you need specifically for assault rifles. Then Renard placed the red Drall silver ammo pack on the table. There are also Drall silver arrows, whips, gloves, and even armor, both light and heavy. Such armor could even keep the angels and Vins from even touching anyone wearing them. After talking about the rest of the Drall silver weapons and armor, Renard continued talking about what would happen in the apocalypse. Know this, ladies and gentlemen, he advised. Those who give themselves to Godin or put him first before all else will side with the angels. Those who let their own passions interfere with their judgment will side with the Vins. Know that you may even see your friends or others you've met side with one of them. If you do, there is no reasoning with them. I am sorry to say this unto all of you, but you must have your Drall silver weapons do all the talking on all angels and Vins, including those you know or even love. After hearing Renard's words, Cereas had thoughts about facing JR possibly as an angel, hoping that she wouldn't have to kill him. Same for her brother Lorris, having thoughts about the young Phielly man he met would possibly become a Vin. Renard told the people more about the angels and Vins. Now, he said, I know many of you ask, what is an angel exactly? Well, angels seem to appear good. But don't let that fool you. They are like robots with no hearts, no free will, and no conscience of their own. They are enslaved by Godin's will completely. As for the Vins, they are those ruled by their own dark hearts of extreme passion. Never let your guard down, for they are very aggressive with no self-control. So it's just like what the Book of the End says, a Sonetian said. The day of renewal is really coming. It will not come entirely as the Book of the End says, Renard said. Now hear this. The angels and Vins each have specific weak points. For the Vins, aim for their hearts. For the angels, aim for their heads. Then a Sonetian woman asked Renard, Why can't it be the same with both of them? Renard answered, It's useless stabbing the heart of an angel, for they have none, and even bleed nothing. The Vins, on the other hand, do have heavy beating hearts filled with extreme hate and anger you can pierce. However, it's useless shooting one's head off because their extreme passion is what keeps them breathing. Make sense? Lorris stood up and asked Renard about the Phielly man he met. I've met someone who's a thief stealing money from some places because he's desperate to reach his dream. Will he become a Vin? Renard answered, I'm afraid so. Then he became curious and asked Lorris, Why would you ask such a question? Is he your friend by any chance? No, but we have something in common, Lorris said. Renard came closer to Lorris and said to him, Everyone should dream and have a passion for something, but you must not let your passions take your will, or you will be no different from any Vin. Remember, it doesn't matter if your dream is had. What matters is how it's had. He smiled at Lorris, having faith in him. Then Renard continued talking to the crowd. All right, everyone, he said. Time for the next step, which is to train. Pick any weapon you like, then you can begin. Hold on, exclaimed a man in a blue shirt. You know so much about Rallis and Crefal. How is that? Renard answered hesitantly. I have fought them before. Everyone in the meeting gasped from his answer. It was millions of years ago. But that's not possible, exclaimed the man in the blue shirt. You should be dead. Renard said, It is because I am a human, but so much more. Then he took off his gray tuck suit and inner white shirt, revealing his scarred and muscular upper body. He then screamed as a bone-like structure with a tipped end sprouted from his upper back. Then the bone-like structure rapidly formed in an angel wing. Everyone gasped. "You're an angel!" Galen exclaimed. "Yes," Renard said, "but I'm not like the other angels, for I do have a heart and a conscience of my own. It's obvious with just one wing I cannot fly, but I can still use it as a shield like they can." Renard put his wing in front of him like he's trying to protect himself. Then he placed the wing back inside his upper back. Everyone's jaws dropped as they stood out of their chairs. "I ask all of you to please trust me," Renard advised, "and please do not be frightened. I know the weapons and armor I have made for all of you will work, for I was once with the angels and the Vins aeons ago. I refuse to side with either, for they only lead to being lost. If any of you do not trust me, then you're free to leave, or you can sit down and listen to me." Everyone, including the man in a blue t-shirt, sat down and continued listening to Renard. "When the angels and Vins come 4 days from now, our plan is simple," Renard said. "Destroy as many angels and Vins as you possibly can around the city." "Wait, just around a city?" exclaimed a Sonetian man. "What about all the others around the entire planet? It's just not possible. There may be too many angels and Vins out there. How can we survive?" "I wasn't finished yet," Renard said to the Sonetian man. "There are leaders of the angels and Vins that are more powerful than all the rest. Crefal, son of Godin, commands the angels. Rallus, the Velt, commands the Vins. With those two out of the picture, the angels and Vins will become leaderless, crippling both armies. Know that fighting just Crefal or Rallus will be even more difficult than fighting thousands. Stealth is highly advised to defeat them. Otherwise, your heads will be off your necks from their fearsome might. 2 strong people must search for Crefal and Rallus to defeat them, while the rest of us keep the angels and Vins from harming innocent people in every city in the world via our teleport stations. Let us be quick, for as time flies, more people could die, or worse, become one of them. Who will be the 2? The people paused, thinking with uncertainty. "Well?" Renard asked. "Any volunteers?" The people talked about facing Crefal and Rallus with fear in their wide-open eyes and tensed arms. "Just the 2 of us," a man in a black coat said. "Are you fucking kidding me?" "I can't believe this," a Sonetian said. "Crefal, the son of Godin himself I've heard so much about. And Rallus, the lord of all evil. How in fuck's name are we supposed to sneak up on either of them?" "Yeah!" exclaimed a Zaya female. "Would they not sense us coming?" "And what if we fail?" the man in the black coat exclaimed. "We're talking about the 2 lords themselves. It'll be impossible." Lorris stood up and shouted, "I'll do it!" "Lorris!" Cereas exclaimed. "I won't allow it!" Despite his sister disagreeing, Lorris still wanted to volunteer. "I'll face Crefal and Rallus." "Are you insane?" Cereas exclaimed, unsure if Lorris knew what he was doing. "And why should you be one of the 2 to volunteer?" asked the Vialan man. "Do you even know how to fight?" "Renard," Lorris said, "let me be one of the 2 to fight them." "You seem to be a brave man, Lorris," Renard said with a smile. "Though it's not just courage I sense in you. You have a reason to face them. Why do you?" "Because," Lorris answered, pausing in between, "because I want to save my sister." "Tell me, Lorris, do you fight for yourself or for the people?" Renard asked Lorris, trying to test him. "I'll be honest," Lorris answered. "The world is filled with some selfish and stupid people. But I know there are good people out there too, and they're worth saving. Good people like my sister." "I'll go with him!" exclaimed Cereas. "He's my brother after all." You have a good heart, Renard said to Cereas, trying to test her beliefs. But which do you believe in? Is it Godun or yourself? Cereas had a hard time answering, but then she listened to her heart. I believe in myself. I believe I can protect my brother and let no one change that, even Godun. Renard smiled. Not bad answers. Then he considered Cereas and Lorris to be the two volunteers for such a dangerous task. So be it. You shall be the two to face Crefal and Rallis. Thank you, said Lorris. Objections? Renard asked the rest. None, said a Phielly woman. No objections here, said the man in the black suit. Everyone else said they agreed as well. Very well, Renard said. Now, let us train immediately. Pick your Drall silver weapon of choice, and then begin. After a few hours, Renard studied each person's moves with their weapon of choice to see if they can fight, especially Lorris and Cereas. With 2 Drall silver gloves he picked, Lorris hit a punching bag of a Vin in the heart and a punching bag of an angel in the head. Then something with Lorris formed after punching enough times. 2 transparent butterfly-like wings on his back that lasted briefly, then disappeared. Same with Cereas, as she was using a bow she picked on the angel and the Vin targets. No one else noticed the transparent wings but Renard, for they were too busy practicing with their weapons they chose. Whoa, Lorris exclaimed. Not bad, Lorris, Renard said with a grin. Your punches were quick and powerful with precision. Lorris stuttered. Thank you, sir. And you, Cereas, Renard said. Your skill with a bow is incredible. Thank you, Renard, Cereas said. I've had 2 years of archery experience. I can tell, Renard said with a grin. A female Zaya came to Renard and asked, I know I'm supposed to train, but why have us meet in a strip club out of all places in the city? There are many reasons, Renard said. The club is the closest to the sea where we're safe from the angels and Vins surrounding the area. Another reason is that the strip club is one of the quickest ways to make a quick profit, for there are many lonely men in the world with no girlfriends. Plus, this strip club is actually a historical landmark. How so? Have you not read the old stone monument outside near the entrance? This strip club ended the War of 2089 because our enemies were so pleased from the girls making them happy. They were so pleased they stopped the war. Oh, The Zaya woman's left eye squinted as her mouth opened. And another reason is that this strip club is one of the safest places of all Area with an underground hotel bunker that was already made by the owner since he believed the end of the world was coming. I will show you. Renard turned and shouted, All right, everyone! Your training stops now! The Zaya waiter, Galen, stopped using his bow on the targets along with Cereas. Lorris stopped using his Drall silver gloves along with the female Zaya. A strong young man stopped swinging his Drall silver axe as well. Renard continued speaking as soon as everyone's eyes faced his. You have all shown great promise with your impressive moves. We are done for tonight. I will now show all of you where to rest. He pressed a hidden button on the wall to reveal a secret passage where people can rest, eat, and plan. Down these stairs you will see beds, food, beverages, and more. Renard then shifted his attention to Cereas and Lorris. As for you two, stay here with me. He had the rest of the people head down the stairs. Rest now, for tomorrow we face the angels and Vins. Have good dreams, everyone. The people headed downstairs while Cereas and Lorris stayed with Renard. They sat together, ready to listen to Renard. Forgive me for asking you such deep and personal questions, Renard said, but I was doing so to test both your hearts. Are you saying Rallis and Cereas will try to persuade us both to join them? Asked Cereas. Bright you are, Renard answered. That's exactly why I tested you two. Then he paused to gather his thoughts and said to Lorris, Rallis will try to persuade you to join him, Lorris. Know that his tongue can easily tempt those with a passion or desire, like yourself. Do not fall for his seduction. Then he shifted his attention to advise Cereas, and Crefal will try to persuade you, Cereas. For you used to be a Crefallan. You used to only fear and worship Crefal and Godin VRDR. Know that your faith is not meant for them. It is meant for yourself, your brother, and your friends. You know so much about us, Lorris said to Renard. Only because I see through people's eyes to their souls, Renard told him. Damn, Lorris said. Scary, Cereas said. Damn scary indeed, Renard said. Remember, both of you, do not take either path of the angels or Vins, for they will both lead you away from yourselves. Instead, make your own paths. Renard, Cereas said, what exactly is the third path? What makes it so different from the path of the angels and the Vins? Renard answered, the middle path has to do with believing yourself, but at the same time respect and listen to those around you, such as your friends and family. It involves pursuing your dreams, but not extremely to the point of shutting others out, such as your friends and family. It sounds like both the angels and the Vins path together, Lorris thought. I'm so confused. Lorris, Renard said, the middle path is often ignored, for it is not the easiest to take or understand. To put it more simply, the third path is balance. It is both the angels and Vins path, but in the middle. See, the Vins and the angels only see what's ahead. The angels seeing just Godin's ways, and the Vins just their dreams. Those in the middle path see what's ahead, but at the same time see what's around them and miss nothing, which is how it differs from the angels and the Vins. I noticed before you said, friends and family, twice, Cereas observed. The middle path is like the angels and Vins together, with friends and family added? I'm still confused, Lorris said. Yeah, me too, Renard said with a grin on his face. As long as you put your family and friends first, you both will know in time. What you must do is keep yourselves balanced between two lines and not cross either line towards neither Crefal nor Rallis. Let neither take the treasures within you both. Keep them inside at all costs by trusting yourselves and maintaining self-control. Then no one can defeat you both. He paused, sensing Cereas and Lorris's power inside them. To tell you the truth, I'm glad it's you two out of the rest to face Crefal and Rallis, because you both contain treasures more valuable than you think. Cereas and Lorris looked at each other, wondering what Renard was talking about. What do you mean? Lorris asked Renard. I sense a closed treasure inside each of you, containing terrible but also great power. None I've felt in a long time. Right now, it's buried deep inside your hearts. Perhaps one day, you both will know how to dig each of your treasure chest up from your heart to open it, and become. Renard paused his tongue. Become what, Renard? Renard didn't finish. It's something you both must dig deep on your own with your feelings as the shovel and your cleared mind as the key to opening each of your own treasure chest, he answered. For now, you both must head downstairs and choose a bed to rest in. We'll talk and train more tomorrow. Please, enjoy your stay. Lorris and Cereas went downstairs to a fancy and safe room surrounded by silver-colored walls with gold designs on them. Some parts of the walls have milky marble cylinders around them, along with yellow sun statues. The white couches were comfortable and connected together in the form of a crescent moon around a circular-shaped table made of gold. Some delicious fresh fruit can be seen from a basket made with orange and blue marigold flowers on top of the same gold table. The floors were made of shiny white marble with some lines of dark green and blue marble in a wavy pattern that looked almost like water. The ceiling was metallic colored with black outlining designs as well. In the middle of the ceiling above the gold table and flower basket of fruits hung a crystal-made chandelier shaped like a flower with clear and yellow petals. There were some other fancy, well-crafted silver-colored tables with gold designs on them, as well as with white and gold vases of fresh roses on top of them. It was no different from being in a high-class fancy living room. "Damn!" Lorris exclaimed. "I died and have gone to heaven." "This place is beautiful," Cereas said, fingering a gold sun-designed vase. After seeing enough of the fancy living room, Lorris and Cereas went to the kitchen next. They found the counter, which was also engulfed with gold and silver designs. "Silver and gold decorations everywhere," Lorris said. Cereas found 2 stainless steel refrigerators with black flower handles. She turned one flower handle counterclockwise to open one and found enough food and drinks for over 100 people. "There's plenty to eat, that's for sure." As for Lorris, he checked out the sink and its nozzle with gold handles. Then he became intrigued by a beautifully crafted silver microwave with gold buttons. "This is amazing," Lorris exclaimed. "The dude or the angel, whoever he is, must be a billionaire." Below the microwave and sink were polished wooden drawers with golden handles. A woman with a Western accent pulled one of those golden handles right underneath the microwave and found the silverware. "Hey, yo!" she shouted. "Check these out!" She picked up a silver-made spoon with a gold handle. "These look like they're the real deal, and this here's handle's all gold." "Cool," Lorris exclaimed. "From seeing all this, I wonder what the bedrooms are like," Cereas said. "They're further downstairs in the basement," the woman said. "And the beds, so when I was lying down one, it was no different than being on clouds in the sky. I bet if any of y'all go on them, stresses fly away like stream from hot water. Why, I bet even someone with insomnia could sleep on them. But hey, don't take my word for it. See for yourselves down yonder." She pointed the way towards the bedrooms further downstairs. "Thanks," Lorris said. "Anytime," the woman said. "Best get some sleep tonight because we all be getting closer to taking a bite of the pie. But when them angels and Vins invade, you both will be going after the big pieces of pie. I just hope it ain't too big for you both to digest when the 4 days is up." "Yeah," Lorris said. "We'll be counting on you," the woman said. "Sleep tight." "Good night," Cereas said. Lorris and Cereas headed down the white marble stairs and found the basement. The hallways were made of walls of silver and gold designs with beautiful pictures of colorful landscapes. The doors in the hallway were polished wood with silvery handles. They're all open for any to enter and choose which one they want. There were over 50 rooms in all. Cereas and Lorris decided to find a room with 2 separate beds, and they did in the bedroom number 16. When they entered, Lorris and Cereas saw the milky marble walls with the same silver color and gold designs. The canopy beds were green with vine-like designs around them. The bed curtains were white with yellow sunflower designs on the edges. The pillows looked very comfortable to lay anyone's head on and were white with the yellow sunflower patterns around its edges to fit with the bed curtains. Lorris and Cereas had never seen such beautiful and comfortable beds in their entire lives. "It's official," Lorris said. "We're both already dead and have gone to heaven." Bernard then arrived, wearing his gray tux once more, and asked Cereas and Lorris their thoughts about where they're staying. "So, what do you two think? Easy on the eyes?" Lorris and Cereas looked at each other, silent. Bernard thought the two may be disappointed. "I know it isn't too great," he said. "I could make some changes." "No!" Lorris and Cereas exclaimed.
We're already speechless, Cereas said to Renard, smiling. This place is wonderful. Thank you, Renard, very, very much.
Glad to hear it, Renard said with a grin. Sleep well, you two.